exercises always must be rotated. Sometimes you walk, sometimes you jog, sometimes you cycle, but at every stage of life, do a little bit of weightlifting. That is very important. If you're a lady or even if you're a gent, because what happens, the body gets accustomed to the extent of exertion I put on it. If I sit in a bank and I do my daily writing in the ledger, after 10 years, my body will only be capable of lifting the pen and making entries in the ledger. If I have to lift something heavy, my body is not used to it. So the body comes down to the lowest level of use. That is why what happens when you lift weights, even a small weight, like for example, take a Pepsi bottle, fill it and lift it 20 times. So when you do that, you exert your muscles, you put a little pressure on your bones, so your bones become a little stronger, your muscles get used to the exertion. What you don't exert, you lose out. So that is why exercise is very important. If you want suppleness, the best exercise is yoga and swimming. If you want strength, the best exercise is weightlifting and swimming. And if you want stamina, you can do disco dancing depending upon age, or you can do cycling hard, or you can do swimming. So in short, if you see, swimming is actually the best exercise. It puts no pressure on your joints, it does not tax your joints, and it gives you the maximum benefit of exercise. And if you do walking, please do walking in this way so that you get the maximum benefit of walking. Walk a little, stop, walk a little, stop, walk a little, stop, or jog a little, walk a little, jog a little, walk a little. That way you change your cardiovascular rhythm and you get the maximum benefit of walking. This is about exercise, very vital for health. The second important pillar of good health is attitude. Attitude is very important. A man who has a positive attitude does not fall sick so soon. And even if he falls sick, he recovers very fast. Now, only problem is we have to understand what a positive attitude is. Generally, I was always confused. I always thought a pushing man, a man who gets his things done, has a positive attitude. No, that is only a pushing attitude, I learned. It is not a positive attitude. A positive attitude is a far more balanced thing. Actually, nowadays people say, "Arey, get your work done. Duniya jukti hai, jukane wala chahiye." The world is anyway full of misery. The world anyway has lot of problems. You don't need jukane wala. What you need today is duniya uthti hai, uthane wala chahiye. That is what you actually need in the world. So all that is not a positive attitude. One person told me, see, this is a glass, it's half full. So I am thinking positive. If you say it is half empty, you are a negative person. I said, "Arey, attitude is not so simple as a glass half full of water. It depends on what I want to do with the glass. If I want to empty the glass, half empty is positive for me. If I want to fill the glass, half full is positive. It all depends on what you want to do." So attitude is not as simple. Then I learned actually from many religious heads what positive attitude is. They said positive attitude is a balance of 5 things. The first balance you must have in life is financial balance. He told me, "Mirnos, if you are not financially secure, you will never be able to focus on any other activity of life. You will never be able to focus on health or enjoyment or anything. So we must do those actions in life by which we are financially secure." So financial security is the first aspect of positive attitude. Okay. Second is physical balance. Positive attitude has 5 balances. The first is financial, second is physical. See, you can lift someone else only if you are stronger. If you are at a higher level, you can lift a person from a lower level. So our first duty is towards ourselves. You have to stay healthy. You don't have to worry about other people. First, you stay healthy, you will automatically contribute a lot in the world. So physical balance is very important. The third balance which we have is mental balance. Mental balance is also very important. We must not harbor intense emotions like anger, hatred, jealousy towards any person. Because all these generate acid in the body, and acid corrodes the vessel that holds it. A person who can anger me indirectly controls me only naturally. So you must have a proper mental balance. The fourth is a social balance, a balance with family and society. See, we are born in this world, we must give back to the world more than what we take from it. And in our family, we are not indispensable. At my job, I can be replaced, but at my family level, I cannot be replaced. In the family photograph, no one can replace me. So I have a duty towards my family. I must not spend 18 hours of my work earning money and ignore my family, because I lose out on my family balance. And my last balance is spiritual balance. Actually, we are born for a purpose in life. We must fulfill that purpose. Man does not live by bread only. There are many things which are there in life. You must try to know your own self. Think of why you were born, the deeper purpose. When you get all these 5 balances, the financial balance, the physical balance, the mental balance, the social balance, and the spiritual balance, it is only that person who can have a positive attitude. If you are missing out in any of these balances, it will be very difficult to keep a positive attitude. A proper balance of all these spheres of life gives you a positive attitude. The third pillar of good health is rest. Rest is very important, because whatever depreciation takes place in the body is only repaired not when you are sleeping, but when you are resting. Sleep is different from rest. Anyone can go to sleep. You can sleep while working also, but that is not rest. Rest means it's like a small child. He just dozes off, not worried where his meal will come from, what he'll do tomorrow. But unfortunately, we are so preoccupied in life that we cannot rest like that. At night, I am worried about what I did today and what I'm going to do, whom I'm going to face tomorrow. So we get sleep, but we don't get. So rest is very important. Now, everyone says rest is important, but how do I get it? So there is one way to rest. There is one asana which is called Shavasana. Shavasana is an asana which takes about 15 minutes to do. So when we do Shavasana, our body gets rest. At that time, the body is completely, whatever depreciation has taken place is repaired. So it is better to do Shavasana and sleep for 5 hours than not do Shavasana and sleep for 8 hours. So Shavasana is one way of getting proper rest. Shav means a dead body. Means you just stay like a dead body, spread your legs a little, spread your hands a little, and concentrate on your feet. Let them relax completely. Concentrate on your calves, on your thighs, on your hips, on your belly. And by the time you reach your face, you would be asleep also. Actually, Shavasana does not work immediately. It takes 15 days of practice. For 15 days, you will wonder what you are doing. But after 15 days, you will really realize the benefit of Shavasana. And the fourth pillar of good health is nutrition. Because our body is what we eat. We are what we eat and we are what we digest. So it becomes our primary duty to at least eat what the body needs and not what the mind wants. So these are the 4 pillars of health: exercise, attitude, rest, and nutrition. Now we'll just talk a little bit about the body. The body has 2 processes. That is called metabolism. One is building up process and one is breaking down process. These processes take place every day of your life. When I was a small child, out of 100 cells, 70 cells survived and 30 cells were destroyed. So more cells survived, so I grew up. When I became middle-aged, out of 100, 50 cells survived and 50 cells were destroyed. So I maintained myself. That is the maintenance age. And in old age, out of 100, 70 cells sort of perished, only 30 survived, so the man becomes old, he shrinks a little. This is called the aging process. This aging process is a natural process, no one can stop it. But at least we can slow it down. We can slow down the aging process, that is in our hands. It is just like a plant also. Just as you plant a seed, it grows, it maintains, and it dies off. We undergo the same process. Now let us talk a little about food. See, food basically gives two things. One is it gives us calories, it gives us energy. And the second is it